Hello, this is Gary Franke at Achieve Alpha Insurance going over the 2019 open enrollment. The hard cutoff is December 15th, 2018 for a January 1st policy. This is a step-by-step video going through the Washington Health Plan Finder, how to enroll on your own, how to update your policy, how to add things or move things throughout the year. Go to wahealthplanfinder.org or you can call us at 425-802-2783. On our health plan videos website, there are additional videos to walk you through additional steps, looking up doctors and prescriptions, and for each of the carriers, some tips as well there. First thing to do is to sign in or apply now. It'll all get you to the start. This video will walk you through how to apply for the first time or renew for the year. They're both very interchangeable. Very important, under quick links, do not click create another application if you already have the screen up. It will mess things up. Just don't do that. Down below, you want to click report a change in income. So if you make more money or less money or have another family member or you move to another area, make sure to update this when you move. Otherwise, you're not going to get the new mail or information. You do not call the carrier. You have to update it here, and then the carrier pigeon takes it from the health plan finder to the carrier. I'm partially joking, but it's kind of a long, involved process. To the left is the message center. So what you can do there is see all of the correspondence that they've ever sent you. So if you lose a letter or if you didn't get an email, just log in and you can see it there. Down below will say what your plan is for the year. As you can see, I don't have a plan for myself in my own personal portal, but I'm going to go select one as we're going through this. If you have not created an account, create a username, a password, and 3 security questions. The security questions are case sensitive. If you want to receive email notifications, click that. If you're not going to open up the regular mail, just make sure you pay attention to them. If you ever see something that says action required, you definitely need to respond. Otherwise, they can drop you from coverage, especially if you're on Apple Health or if you're getting tax credits of sorts. For 2019, here's the overview of paying the full cost for health insurance. If you're a tax reporting household size of 2 or 4, whatever your household size for that year, how many people you're going to claim, let's say for 2 people, if you make about under 65,000, you'll get tax credits. If you go over the level, you'll end up paying significantly more for coverage. So, just kind of have an idea what your 2019 taxable income from all modified adjusted gross income sources. It's your 2019 income for 2019 policies. The key thing is to put your social security name as it is on the card. So if you have a maiden name, you need to put your maiden name in the system. If you want to change that, go change it at the social security desk or online, how you do that. If you're below the tax credit level and want to get subsidies up front, which we strongly recommend if you're in that situation, definitely get the tax credits and Apple Health if you qualify for that for your children or yourself. If you don't, if you know you're going to be way over, you can put no, and then it just avoids asking additional income questions and cuts down on mail a little bit. A lot of times they want you to confirm your identity just to make sure you are who you are. It's pretty simple. The most important thing for us is to add us as a broker. Our commission is built into the price, so if you're paying $400 a month and you add us as a broker, the price does not change. I get paid about $15 a month per person, which is built into the price. We're here for customer service. It's kind of a win-win. We help process things as needed, and it supports us and the community. So put my last name, Franke, F-R-A-N-K-E, in the system, and you can give us a call, 425-802-2783. Myself or Tamara, Chandler, will answer the phone. You need to put your home address in where you physically live, and then you can put your mailing address if it's separate. If down at the bottom it says authorized representative, if you have a mother, father, son, child, or some other relative that you want to have call in on your behalf, you need to have that person, and only one person is the authorized representative at a time. You need to make sure that your tax filing status for 2018 or 19 is the same. Sometimes it can change from year to year, so just make sure to update this. I just kind of put in an example of what to choose. Add individuals, put everybody in your family here. So if you're a family of 4 and only 2 people are getting health insurance, you still want to put the other family members in here if you're getting tax credits. They use an algorithm of sorts based off your income and size of family. So, just Depends if you want to get the full tax credits up front. At the end of the year, they do reconcile, so it's not like you're going to game the system or anything. It is very important. Here is where you put, is this person applying for coverage through the health plan finder? If they are, click yes. If not, click no and move on. That's just putting them into the system itself. If you are not a U.S. citizen, put no here. If you are in here naturalized citizen, put yes. If you put no, you will need to have your green card or visa on you. There will be specific drop-down menus asking for your alien number, the receipt number, your date of entry to the U.S. It immediately verifies that. If they ever need to, or there's an inconsistency, you will need to upload that to the system. So just letting you know, there is a 5-year rule for a lot of getting tax credits. We'll show you that on the next screen. We just recommend being honest and putting exactly what you should in the system, and whatever will come out at the end when the health exchange verifies everything. If you regularly use tobacco, I believe it's 4 times or more per week in the last 6 months, put yes, because otherwise, for health insurance purposes, you may not be covered for smoking-related issues. The one carrier, Molina Marketplace, does not charge extra for being a smoker, so congratulations, that oftentimes can be a very good carrier for you. And for voter registration, essentially they're seeing if you need to register for the first time, just click no and move on otherwise. Here is the questions if you have your green card. So they're going to ask you these additional questions. Just have that ready when you call us, or if you're doing it on your own, along with all the contact information for the people in your household. Just makes the process go quicker. Here's a little spreadsheet we literally got from the health plan finder. It kind of walks you through all the different scenarios. It can be complex. I just put in the system and we figure out more specifically on where you're at for the pricing and coverage. Here, this is asked for long-term care services. If you have immediate life-threatening issues or longer-term issues with someone in your family, this can just, essentially you don't get free long-term care insurance. It just notifies the state and they'll send out services to see if you qualify or how you do. One of the most important aspects, if you're getting tax credits, is to report it correctly for 2019. We don't know what we're all going to make, but a lot of times you have an estimate. So here are the different areas of what you put into the system. This is your income itself. We got this from the health exchange on what to enter. Essentially, whatever your taxable income is the overview, but you do need to talk to your CPA. We're not accountants. We don't give accounting advice. We just put in or help put in whatever you tell us into the system. You're supposed to update the system if your income changes by more than $150 a month on a monthly or quarterly basis. Apple Health is based off of a monthly or annual basis as well. So just put it in the system about what you're making or average it out. There's a couple different ways we can help give you some guidance on that, but we can't give you advice. If you're self-employed, you want to put in income. If you're making $4,000 a month and have $1,000 in expenses, it's after expenses, before taxes, income that you put into the system. There are additional deductions you can put in. Essentially, talk to your accountant or look on your 1040 form as often. A guidance kind of follows that line item. For example, when you're putting income in the system, for example, I'm putting this in here. Did your employer offer you health insurance coverage? If they offer you coverage, you are not eligible for tax credits. Go on your group plan. But if they don't, then go ahead and get your own individual plan from that perspective. Any other deductions? Here are some examples that they lay out here. You select from that, put it in the system, and at the end of the time, you review it. If there's anything in red, oftentimes there's something inconsistent that they caught in the system. Just follow exactly what they do and make sure to report that to them. You want to click all 3 boxes, especially if you're getting tax credits, to move on to the next section. And for me, it popped up saying, hey, you need additional documents required because I actually make more income. In this scenario, maybe, it verifies it based off your W-2 income. So if you're making more money and you put less, it'll flag you and it will not let you essentially at some point get those tax credits. In this scenario, I'm getting $219 per month for 2019. And the silver level plans do give you additional benefit if you have a little bit lower income. It lowers the deductible. So oftentimes the silver plans can be better than the gold plans. If you're mid-year, if it's outside of open enrollment, you must get coverage within 60 days of your other coverage ending. So if your coverage ends on March 30th, you only have 30 days, or not, you only have 60 days to sign up for a plan that starts. If you wait 61 days, you cannot get insurance till the January 1st of the next year. Very important. So if you're eligible for Cobra, or if it's ending, call us about a month or two ahead of time, because the 15th of the month oftentimes can be the deadline for the first of the month. It depends on your scenario and the situation. But if your coverage is ending, just call us. Here in this example, I'm going to shop for plans. One of the things is the Find a Doctor tool on the Health Plan Finder does not work. Do not trust it. You can use it as guidance, but we've seen so many inconsistencies that it just is not a reliable tool that will help you out. The prescription one is a little better, but still, you want to call the billing department for your doctor's office. So not the front desk person, you want to call the billing department and see if they take the Molina Marketplace or Ambetter or Primera. Not all of them take it because it's a little bit more narrow network structure. Here's an example of, just looking at prescriptions as well. In this example, I'm looking at Molina Marketplace. Swedish Primary in Bellevue says it is not covered. In fact, I know they do take this plan. So there's an example. Off to the left-hand side, most counties have 4, some have 3, some have 2, some have 1. It just depends on your county to county based off the pricing and the network. But for King County, this is an example of the 4 carriers that they have to the left. And then to the right-hand side, it's showing I would pay $156 per month after a 219 tax credit. So click on more information about the plan. As you can see, the plan would originally be $375 in what they are giving me. So the whole policy is $513. They're just fronting me money. And at the end of the year, if I make more money, I'll owe some back. At the end, if I make less, they'll owe me additional money. In this example, it also lowered my deductible from about $5,000 to $525. So, if you're having income up and down, it'll vary that variance as well. We strongly recommend to set up your policy on auto pay from a personal checking account. If you do it from a credit card and you have fraud on your credit card and you're canceled due to non-payment of premium, you will not get insurance again. The insurance companies only give you a 30-day period. So if your premium is due April 1st and you pay May 5th, you do not have insurance anymore. You need to make sure you make them on time. We do recommend auto pay from a personal checking account just because there's so many issues there. The Delta dental policies for 2019 are base dental. They do not cover comprehensive major dental services. We can move you over to an individual Delta dental policy without the 12-month waiting period. There is a really good $2,000 max benefit plan we can walk you through as well. Once you click confirm and move on, that locks you into the policy for the year. You can go back and change it, but then it just sends the information to the Health Plan Finder again. Here is the outline of the 2018 dental plans, which is really awesome, and the 2019 ones, which are not through the health exchange. It is a little bit lower price, but at the same time, it doesn't cover major dental. So if that's of interest to you, you need to make sure to get it covered correct. Go to our website, achieve-alpha.com, and click on the health insurance. You can watch our video there. If you have any other questions, you can book a time to talk through our website, or contact us throughout the year. And again, find a broker if you're just starting, and enter my name in the system, Gary Franke. And if you have any questions, we're here, 425-802-2783.